So today I'm just going to look at the Seiko Alpinist Ginza. This is the SPB259J1. It's a modern reinterpretation of the 1959 Alpinist. They did bring out the sort of copy in sort of mid 2021, and that was more expensive. This is about 600. I paid £670 retail for this one. I think that was roughly about £3,000. And that was a smaller size as well, so to sort of fit the original. The reinterpretation, they've modernized it a bit, so this is 38mm diameter. The thickness is 12.9. I'm happy with that. I like to see a little bit of watch there. Some people think it's probably a little bit thick for the diameter. The lug to lug length is 46.2mm, and the between the lugs is 90mm. It's a little bit of a shame they didn't make that 20, so you can use your existing straps, but perhaps with the balance of the watch it kind of works well. I did mainly intend to wear this on the bracelet. The bracelet is obviously all brushed, and you know, it's pretty reasonable. I think the clasp is a little bit small. It's only got 2 adjustments. I was a little bit worried it wouldn't fit my wrist, but luckily, if I can show that, I sized the bracelet and luckily it did fit. So that does fit really, really nicely, and that's what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is 7.25 inches, and I think there's the fault with the bracelet. It is, you can see there, there's that gap. You can feel like you can open bottles with that, so it's a bit of a shame. And like I say, it is limited to 2 adjustments on that one. It is push pin as well when you're adjusting it, not screw, which makes it a little bit more awkward, but I didn't find too much problems. I think the real sort of beauty of this watch is that dial pattern. It looks a bit like a spider's web, but it's the based on the cobblestone streets in Ginza. It's got 2 patterns of the way it catches the sun, sort of sunburst sort of within those little squares, and so that actually sort of makes it look like how the Ginza street looks. You can see the second hand is that it's a sort of blue with a touch of green in there, and that is Kamparu, named after Kamparu Street in Ginza, Tokyo, where it was a vibrant nightlife, and a lot of the geishas used to sort of dress in that colour. So it's a nice nod to that one. And you can just see the 12, 6 and 9 indices are like mountains, and you distinctively the 12 o'clock is different, so it's nice for when you do see this one in the dark. The lume is different on that one. The Dorthine or sword type hands are absolutely beautiful. It's got lovely long pointing minute hand and a little bit shorter hour hand, and I think that just works really, really well. So this has been a popular watch. Came out October 2021, sold out pretty quickly. I was very lucky to manage to get this in March 2022. I was actually buying one of the later editions that bought out of this reinterpretation. I was looking at the Deep Lake version, thinking of buying that one. Just happened to see this one. No idea how it happened to sort of be for sale at a online Seiko authorised dealer, but anyway, very quickly got it in the basket and bought it before anyone else beat me to it. So it's really lucky, yeah, to get this one at retail price. So the movements on this one is a 6R35, 70 minutes power reserve. This is keeping really accurate. Best plan is to keep that pretty well wound up. The more tension in the spring, obviously the more accurate, but I've been finding this one is within a second or so a day, really. So really lucky. I think that on the movement the specification is -15 plus 25. This is actually limited to 3,500 pieces as well. So just going to have a quick look at the lume on this. So overall, the positives are the dial, the hands, and the 12, 6 and 9 marker. They're really beautiful. It's a limited edition, so it's 3,500 pieces. The domed sapphire glass, the display case back, the case size, which I think is really good with good lug length to fit most wrists, the 70-hour power reserve, and on my watch it's sort of about +1 second a day, which is real good cost standard. So for negatives, the bracelet, which is 19mm, which I think 20 would have been a lot better. The clasp on the bracelet lacks adjustments, only 2 positions. Very luckily, it does fit me really well. And just that sort of bit where you can see it's not very flush, it's like a buckle opener. I think also some people may not like the date. The date doesn't bother me. I do like to have a date. And the thickness for the 38mm diameter might not please some people, but again, I do like that. I do like to see a bit of watch. Personally wouldn't want it any thinner. I think also not being able to get the 15% discount, because I did buy it in March 2022, and so there's no discount available. I'd have got the 15% discount, which I normally get from the online dealer. I'd have got £100 50 pence off, which would have then, instead of £6.70, I'd have paid £569.50 for it. So anyway, overall, I'm really pleased with the watch. I think it's a beautiful watch. Really glad that I managed to find one and actually buy one at retail price, and I would highly recommend this watch. We won't be doing this at this moment. Let me just see if we can sit down here.
Turn around a sec.
Shall I sit here? Somewhere.
Funny thing, Dean, turn around.
What?
Jeremy Corbyn. It's upside down there.
That's okay. It's quite arty. I'll be quiet for a minute.
It was the first time.